We got 10 questions for you. We try and get through them quickly. Annika, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. Where'd Mike take you for the first date?
Did Mike took me?
Yeah, or you took him for the first date?
Oh, I took him. I know where I took him. I took him to Discovery Cove.
He said Armando's on Sand Lake.
Wasn't that the name of the Italian restaurant?
Yeah. Did you forget Discovery Cove?
No, we went to dinner before we had that weekend.
Now we're going to argue.
How many years you been married?
But she arranged for me to swim with dolphins, which was awesome.
12 years.
12 years. All right, let's keep that going. Not let this get in the way. Proudest moment ever on the golf course for you?
On the golf course. Winning U.S. Open. Oh, no. Shooting 59.
Ah, he said playing golf with your kids. Don't show the next answer. You cheat. No cheating. No cheating. All right. That's a sweet answer. Yeah. Greatest accomplishment ever in your life?
Well, that would be my kids.
Playing with our family, indeed, yes.
Yes. Make sure you have the cards in the right order.
Yeah, we got it. Your favorite club in your bag when you played?
When I played or now? That's the question.
When you played.
This is different now than I used to.
When
I was
you
more
were
friendly with other clubs than I am now.
When in your heyday?
And my wedges. No doubt.
He said dragon. What angers you most off of the golf course?
What angers me the most? Yeah, I got to speed up. When things don't go my way.
It's slow driver in the fast lane. Could be construed as a correct answer. What angers Mike the most?
Oh, he's so impatient.
He said when the kids fight.
Right. Okay.
When they bicker. His
We're
words.
doing great here.
Best advice, Will's chiming in over there. Best advice Mike has ever given you?
Be yourself.
He said be genuine. We'll give that to you. Who fixes broken stuff around the house?
I do.
He said you do, and you call each other Bill and Melinda Gates in doing so. Who's the better cook?
I would say I'm the better.
There was no doubt. 100%.
I do dishes and wine.
And the last question, the single greatest golf shot in your life?
She shot at Cologne.
Exactly. Good job, you guys. I think we got about 4. That's a first. We've never had the competitors kiss at the end of this.
That is just so much fun. It is the perfect time to welcome in the legend herself, Annika Sorenstam. So wonderful to see you. Now, that segment is called Caddy Knows Best. After last week, does he?
I think we tied there. How about that?
Well, it is so great to see you. We are just 2 days removed from your gutsy return to the LPGA. What will you remember most about that week?
Well, first of all, thank you. It was a great week. I have a lot of fun memories. It was great to be back, see the players, see the caddies, see the LPGA staff, and just kind of come here and showcase Lake Nona, how proud we are of this community. But of course, having husband on the bag and the kids just following literally every footsteps around the golf course, and to have my parents here and family and members, it was just really, really cool.
It was such an amazing family affair. To see your kids, how proud they were of you, was just amazing. I mean, we all loved watching you in action as well, just reminding the world why you are the GOAT of women's golf. What have you made of that level of support and just the outpour of love from fans and social media, the press? It was a historic moment in the women's game.
I mean, it really was. I really didn't know what to expect. This was a last-minute addition to the schedule. I heard about, Gainbridge coming here, playing on a golf course. And so, the preparations were certainly very limited, but, I really didn't expect all of this positive support. I mean, it's been amazing and so much fun, and so glad I did it. I learned a lot. And very much needed. As you know, I'm quite rusty from competitive golf and thinking about, playing in the Women's Senior Open later this summer. I needed something. I need some rounds under my belt to get in there, finding the rhythm, finding what it's like to walking the fairways and trying to put a score together. So it was great.
Annika, Jimmy Roberts here. 13 years is a long time to be away from the competitive environment on a day-to-day basis. What were your expectations competitively for the week?
My goal was really just to be there and to experience it and walk 18 holes, put a score together, no mulligans, no gimmies, just really focus 18 holes and kind of get in that focus mode, a serious focus mode. And, I kind of knew what I was capable of doing as far as scores, but, you know, that obviously is not good enough nowadays on the tour. I mean, you know, it would have been a bonus to make the cut, and it turned out that I was able to do that, so I got even more rounds under my belt, which is what I needed. You know, the score overall, I mean, I'm not, you know, really super proud of being 13 over par, but, you know, I can tell you I'm super proud of the experience. I'm proud of how Mike and I together just tried really, really hard on every shot, focusing and you know, sticking to the routines and trying to find that kind of old competitive me as far as, you know, how to go about things. And I think we did really good there. I mean, that's when, you know, I'm rusty there. I mean, certain things come very naturally because I've done it for so long, but certain things felt like I was a total beginner starting at square one and trying to find that. But I think the biggest challenge is, you know, as you know, I'm in a different type of my life, you know, being a mother, being an entrepreneur, being a wife, you know, taking care of households and all of those things. It's hard to just put the competitive hat on and just focus for 5 hours and really take care of yourself. And then when I competed, it was, you know, I had certain routines, you know, you go to bed at night and you're just focusing on you as the player. Now, you know, it's not about Annika the golfer anymore. It's so much more. And it was hard to find that balance to trying to succeed off the course, but then on the course. And so, you know, it gets quite hectic.
You mentioned making the cut. Before the week started, saw a tweet from our friend Ron Syrak, and he mentioned something that I don't really think that I was aware of specifically, and I looked at the numbers. Of course, golf is a game of numbers. You've now made 300 cuts in 309 starts on the LPGA Tour, which seems like a typographical error. They do not give trophies for making cuts, but I know you must be proud of that. Where does that stand in significance for you, Annika?
Well, of course, you know, that matters to me. And I think that just, I mean, that was really, you know, my career was about consistency. My career was about performing at the highest level for quite some time. And, you know, as you said, Jimmy, they don't get out trophies for those things. But, you know, from a player standpoint, I mean, we look at those things as far as how you play, you know, every single week, you know, week out, week in, and just so, you know, I'm very proud of that. You know, obviously I didn't think about that when I teed off on Thursday last week, but, you know, it's just part of, I guess, my career, and I'm very proud of that, and glad I was able to hold on to that too. And, you know, but certainly brings back a lot of memories, how, you know, just the hard work, the commitment, the discipline, what it takes to do it, you know, all day long.
Hi, Annika. Jaime, did playing at the Gainbridge make you want to play more going forward, or did it reaffirm that it's best for you to keep golf in a limited compartment, so to speak?
Yeah, no, it's probably best that I keep it to a limited, but, you know, it was just fun. I mean, I think I said that all along. You know, this was just an appearance. If, you know, if the LPGA Gainbridge would not have been here, Lake Nona, I would not have played. I mean, I can roll out of bed and be on the 16th tee, and, you know, it would have been strange to just watch these players that I know, players that I mentor through the Annika Foundation, to see them play here for 4 days and not really be part of it. It just seemed so, you know, quite strange. So again, it was terrific week. I mean, I'm so proud of the community, and the course played excellent. I think that's one of the things I really take out of this week is how great the setup was, how fun they set up the golf courses nowadays. Because, you know, 13 years have, you know, a lot of things have changed, but really the way they tuck the pins, really the good challenge for these players. It was fun, it was fair. I mean, obviously Nelly, Korda, congratulations to her, and it was nice to see Lydia Ko play so well too. I've been practicing a little bit with her here on some of the days, so it was fun.
It was a great field, Annika, and part of the beauty of last week was being able to see some of the younger players see you in action in competition really for the very first time. And you had 40 Annika alumni teared up in that last week. How much does that reaffirm that the work that you're doing is having such a big impact on these young women's lives?
You know, it was really fun to watch them, and nice to see the, you know, the big number of Annika alumni in the field. And, you know, we certainly take a little credit for being part of their career, because, you know, most of them have played one or even more events of some of our initiatives. And, you know, you just got some names right here. I mean, I played practice round with Maria Fassi. That was really terrific. I played a practice round with Anna Nordqvist, who also has been part of some of the foundation initiatives. And, you know, Leona McGuire I played with in the prior week, and she's has won the Annika Award presented by Stifel. So, it's so funny because many of these I still kind of work with as far as just a little mental mentoring. Danielle Kang, for example, I played 9 holes with her on Tuesday, one of the top players in the world. We are on the phone a little here and there and talk about how she can improve her game. And then to be able to walk inside the ropes playing with her, and that makes it even more special. So, I just want to say I think women's golf is in great shape. All these players are terrific, and, they're great ambassadors of the game. And, I certainly take a lot of joy and excitement out of just seeing them grow up the last 13 years. And, here they are. I mean, Nelly and Jessica Korda has been a part of our events, and to see them being, top of the world like that is just fantastic.
Annika, your legacy is set, but how important is it to you to win the U.S. Women's Open?
It's not gonna define my career or anything. On the contrary, I'm looking forward to playing. When I stepped away, that tournament did not exist, and a lot of people say, "Why don't you come and play a little here and there?" But there really wasn't anything to play in, and when they did have the tournament, I was too young. I always kept them, no, I'm not that old yet. But now I'm old enough to be able to play in events like that. So I feel the responsibility and the excitement to be able to support these type of events. And so I'll do my best, but I do know that the competition is going to be tough. I mean, there are some players out there that continue to play regularly. I mean, we saw Laura Davis just this past week. I know Trish Johnson is, continued to play, and obviously Helena Alfredsson, who won last year, I think both of the majors, the LPGA senior championships and the U.S. Women's Senior Open. So I know that the field will be great, and I look forward to seeing many of the players. And so, as long as I can just prepare and be ready, as you know, I've never stood on the first tee not being prepared, and that's really my goal.
And can you recount the first time you met Arnold Palmer, which I believe was at the making of a Callaway commercial back in 2003, and also your interaction with him in 2011 after your son was born a few weeks prematurely and he received care at the Winnie Palmer Hospital for Women and Babies?
Yeah, no, I have some fun memories of just spending some time with Mr. Palmer. You mentioned 2 of them, the commercial, I'll never forget. That was the year that I was going to play with the men later that year, and early on when I tried to explain to Mr. Palmer what I was doing, he looked at me and really didn't understand. But Charlie Meacham, a friend of both of ours, talked to him later, and I remember receiving a letter just wishing me good luck. So, we had a nice relationship, and obviously it got stronger when Will was born at his hospital, Winnie Palmer Hospital here in Orlando, and we're very thankful and grateful for what the incredible doctors did for him. And here he is now. He's become a huge golfer, and we're going to probably take him out to the API this week, and he wants to watch some of the stars on the PGA Tour. And and then I designed a golf course in Minnesota. It's called the Royal Golf Club. I did the front 9 and he did the back 9. So it was the king and the queen. So I have some wonderful, fun memories. I know a lot of people do too, because he was very personal, but he has a soft spot in my heart for sure.
As he does with a lot of people, Annika, and as do you. Thanks so much for joining us this week. It was so much fun to see you play golf competitively once again.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.